Good evening, race fans. Welcome back to Sunday Night Racing here at GRDC. It is, of course, our feature ACC series, the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series 2. Tonight we are at the home of British Motorsport, Silverstone. Let's just have a current look at the standings from last week. What an opening round we had at Silverstone. Lots of action. Some incidents, nothing major, or major incidents, but they weren't malicious, nasty incidents. It was all in good, close racing. So we've got our pro leaderboard. Currently, David Lindblom, he had an easy week last week. Let's be honest about this. We know he's bloody quick, but he did have a bit of an easy week last week because the battling that took place behind him. Will he have such an easy week this week? Only time will tell. But we've got David Lindblom, top of the pile. Natan Misiak is currently second. Martin Wenzel. Both Natan and Martin are not racing this week. They both signed out of round two. So we've got Richie Gasson. We know he's going to be uber quick round here. So it'd be interesting to see what sort of pressure can be put on David, because he's going to be right at the pointy end, we know. Let's have a look at the AM standings. Great battles all through the field last week. It's tricky to overtake at Silverstone, being such a fast track. There are a couple of places you kind of need to set your move up. So we've got Chrissy Wilson leading AM at the moment. Had a good, solid race. Recovered well after getting tagged from behind at the end of the Kemmel Straight. But did finish P1 in AM. Johnny Bunny Mitchell second. Jacob Curtis in his awesome Tottenham Hotspur liveried Mustang. I do expect some of the other guys to start putting some pressure on them, though. Opening rounds, always a little bit hectic. Ours was no different. So not quite as many have turned up as we was expecting. We've got 7 signed out. So we're currently 6 short of the expected attendance tonight, unless anybody signed out uber late. A few minutes left on the free practice session, so let's just have a look at some of the times that have been put in practice. Not that practice is really the best thing to go off, obviously, because we don't know if people are running race trim, quali trim, etc. So doesn't indicate the way the field's gonna necessarily play out. But we got Morgan the top of the field with a 1:57.6. Then we got Lindblom and Gasson very, very close behind, also in the 57.60s as well. Chrissy Wilson currently the fastest AM in practice with a 58.8. Be interesting to see how the field fares tonight. We've got some new sign-ups. So we've got James Payton. I know James from racing elsewhere. He can be very, very quick as well. I've not seen him in the AMG, so this will be interesting to see how he gets on. We've got another Swede joining us tonight. We've got Jimmy Engdahl. See how he fares. He should be quite quick as well. He's in the McLaren, which is his car of choice for speed. And Lindblom has put in a 57.4, so just gone quickest in practice. Another new chap tonight, Mr. Klassen in the Porsche. Not looking too slow either. Practice time of a 57.5. So it could be nice and close at the point end, and that's exactly what we want. Hope I'm sounding good tonight. I'm using my new mic tonight, so still getting used to it. So still fine-tuning a little bit. So let me know if the voice to car sounds ratio is okay. Just over a minute left for the guys to make their final preparations before quali. Another new joiner tonight, Andy Althouse. No, Andy from Racing Elsewhere as well. Andy can be very quick as well, so we'll watch out for him, see his progress. Yeah, James Payton, who I mentioned a little bit earlier, 58.4. The conditions seem very optimal as well for fast times round here. 16-degree ambient temperature. Evening, Dave. Voice sounds sexy and as clear as a bell. Well, that's just what we like to hear. Appreciate the nice compliment, mate. So I'm just going to pop the Be Right back up as we bring the free practice session to a close. So can just update you what we've got going on this week at GRDC. This Thursday is the first round of our iRacing Radical Sprint Cup. If you are into your iRacing, come and join us. Sign-ups are open. You can sign up on SimGrid. Should be some really good racing in that. It's our first iRacing Championship, so we're still growing it. But it is quite... Radical's really fun to drive, quite popular. So we should hope it's a fixed setup as well. So should be able to just jump in and get to grips with the car nice and easy and quickly, hopefully. Evening, Jacko. Good evening, sir. Good luck for tonight. Oh, we just reached 200. Perfect. What a milestone. It was at 199 when I looked earlier. Haven't got the alerts set up yet on OBS, so I appreciate that, mate. Appreciate the kind words. I do my best. Try and bring you all of the action. Just waiting for the session to tick over. And here we go. So let's... Who is going to be the first one out of the pits? Let's bring me... and be right back off. There we go. Who was the first out of the pits? We've got... Yeah, good luck, mate. So Kleinen is the first one out of the pits. In the Bentley. Bentley is well represented between Kleinen and Carroll, both teammates, sporting their red, black, and white liveries. Let's jump on board with Kleinen. This is the first one out the pits. This is always the trickiest bit of the stream and the commentary for me, keeping up with everything that goes on in quali. Let's just make sure the spreadsheet is all set up and working. There's a slight glitch on the server last week that threw out my timings on the instant reports. Don't really want that happening again this week. Let's just send a test. There we go. Perfect. That's working. That's good news. Right then, so we've got Kleinen just crossing the line to start his first flying lap. Be interesting to see how the Bentley fares around here. Let's jump on board. Take in the engine sound of the Bentley. Just gets a little bit of a squiggle on. Oh, he's still warming the tyres up. This bit of the track is probably some of the best opportunity for overtaking moves. The corners are so fast here at Silverstone. Tricky little part of the circuit here. So as he comes round the last right hand up, get on the power as early as he can to cross the line to bring in the first quali time. A 58.5 from Klein, and Morgan goes across with a 57.7. This is where it's all going to get a little bit manic with the cars coming across. Let's try and jump on board with David just for the time being. So we've got Showman, who's currently in second with a 57.885. Andy Aldhouse just crossed the crossing. No, he was on his out lap, so he's just starting his first flyer. 99. Got Ash just coming around the last corner now and across the start finish line with a 2:05. Let's jump on board David as he comes round the last corner. 57.7 to beat. A 57.8 currently puts him second. So let's have a look and focus on the people who are currently up on their lap. We've got Rob Homer currently 10th with a 1:59.3. He's 6/10 up. And just lost a little bit of time around there. Morgan is currently 2/10 up on his pole time of 57.7. Coming around the last couple of corners now. Improves ever so slightly. We've got Jimmy. Oh, that's not who I thought was. I clicked to the wrong car. That's 443. I wanted 433. That was Showman who picked pole. Sorry. I saw you was up. The 57.3. Trev Waite. First time racing here at GRDC. I know Trev, of course, from Sim Seniors. Puts himself up to 6th with a 58.3. Jacob just crosses the line on his first flyer up to 15th with 59.3. John Bunny Mitchell, currently sitting second in AM, has just jumped up to 9th overall, first in class with a 58.7. Superb efforts, sir. We've got Paul Garnham just crossing the line now. Jumps up to 19th of 59.9. David Lindblom just crossing the start-finish line now on another flyer. 57.8, so currently 5th. Interesting. Got Jacob 2/10 up. 59, 8th, currently 18th overall, but 5th in class. Improves to 59.5. Kleinen, currently 8th with a 58.5, is 8/10 up as he comes round the last corner, just keeps it together, really pushing, still up, half a second up as he comes down, crosses the line, puts him up to 6th with a 58 flat. Where's Jimmy? So there's Trev is currently up. Who's 330? Kev Walker, first time racing with us tonight. Crosses for a 2:01. Trev is just crossing the line. He's a couple of tenths up, a 58.1. Andy Althouse just pops into 10th with a 58.6. Jimmy crosses the line, up to 8th with a 58.1. Paul Garnham is on a hot lap, currently half a second up, sorry, and improving as he comes round the last corner, currently 19th overall with a 59.9. 7/10 up. Cracking lap from Paul puts him to 3rd in AM with a 59.1, 15th overall. Jordan just crossing the line, 3/10 up on his current lap. Cross the line with a 2-minute flat. Right, who else is on a flyer? Rob Homer, currently 10th. With a 58.4. Coming down to the last couple of corners. Just lost a bit of time. Who else is on a flyer? Jacob is currently up on their previous lap. It's half a second up at the moment. He's got just less than half a lap to go. As he heads down to the last couple of corners, just over 3/10 up at the moment on a 59.3. Heads down. He's improving, nearly 3/10 up. Puts him up to 14th with a 59 flat. Jacko is nearly a 10th up. Just moves up to 17th overall. 3rd in class with a 59.1. Right, who is improving? Let's see. Rob Homer is improving a little bit. The current pole sitter, Skoman in the Mustang on a 57.3. Klassen second on a 57.4. Richie Gasson third with a 57.5. That's your pro. Currently in AM. Kev Walker's just a little bit up, coming around towards the last couple of corners. So currently we've got Johnny Mitchell. John Bunny Mitchell is our leading pole sitting AM at the moment with 58.3. 10th overall. Chrissy Wilson second with a 58.9. And then you've got Jacko Van Eck. Jacko on a 59.1. Let's just go and not up at the moment. Is we got anybody that's up quite a bit? Where's David? So David is 4.5 tenths up with half a lap to go. Currently fifth with a 57.8. Six tenths up. Nobody else up at the moment in front of him, so he'll stay on board with David as he heads down to the last couple of corners. It's half a second up. He's going to improve. Nearly half a second still. She comes down, crosses the line, puts him up to second with a 57.370. Morgan improves a little bit more, up to fourth with a 57.5, 57.530. Pushes Richie Gasson down to fifth. Kev is not up at the moment. Andy Aldhouse currently 10th. With 58.3. It's a 10th up as he comes down to tackle the last couple of corners. Will improve. Nearly 2 tenths up as he crosses the line. Up to a 58.1. Puts him up to 7th. Right. Who is on a flyer on the last lap? Let's see where Tom is. Tom Carroll in the Bentley is 9 tenths up now. Currently 16th overall with a 59.1. It's going to improve massively here. 8 tenths up to 11th with a 58.2. Who else is up? Richie Gasson is 2 tenths up. Coming round the last corner. Oh, he's just lost a bit. He does improve though, up to 4th. David is 3.5, 4 tenths up now as he comes around the last corner. Can he get a good drive out? And Nick pole. Crosses the line with a 56.9, goes pole. Is there anybody else on a flyer? Jacko is currently up. He's 2 tenths up. Just needs to keep it pinned to improve. Tom Carroll is about even at the moment on his last lap. He's going to have to really nail the last couple of corners to improve. Jacko is the only one on track at the moment who is in the green delta. He comes out of the last corner. Just lost a little bit of momentum. Will improve, though, by the looks of it, by a tenth. There we go. So, we have our grid, ladies and gentlemen. So, on pole, we got David Lindblom. Nicked it at the death, a 56.9. Skoman second. Klassen third. Gasson fourth. Morgan fifth. Kleinen sixth. Our AM class, our AM pole sitter is John Bunny Mitchell, 12th overall with a 58.3. Chrissy Wilson is on the grid right behind him, 14th overall with a 58.7. Jacko Van Eck, third in AM, 17th overall with a 59.0. Let's wait for the session to tick over, so we can start the race procedure. If last week's race is anything to go by, we are in for a cracker. Silverstone, though, just like Spa, has its bottleneck where so many lap one incidents come from, as the guys head down to Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. Although the track doesn't actually get any narrower, it certainly feels like it. As they head through that difficult complex here at Silverstone, uber fast. So you have to be very, very precise. Right, let's... The grid is up. So the guys got just over a minute now just to make any final preparations to their setup, get their pit stop strategy set. It's a mandatory pit stop for fuel, 25-second refueling time. Silverstone is quite tough on the tyres. You can wear a lot here. So who is going to gain that extra 5 seconds in the pits and not change tyres? Those that do that, are they going to come unstuck with tyre degradation towards the end of the race? It'll be interesting to find out. We'll stay on the helicam as the guys get away. Is Super Swede David Lindblom going to have it all his own way like he did last week? He didn't qualify on pole last week, but because of the action going on behind him, he managed to overtake Duplessis for the lead, who has not shown up tonight. I hope everything is okay with Duplessis, because they was in the practice server earlier today. So it's a shame that they're not here. A tough track for some, I think Silverstone is. Lots of people that you'd expect to be quick out of the box, not necessarily so here at Silverstone. It is one that takes perhaps perhaps a little bit more practice to get the knack of, get the lines right, the braking right. Such a fast track, such fast sweeping corners. But Skoman in the Mustang, so unlucky last week, was having a great battle with Rain Lauper, who is not here this week either. But coming together, only the light is coming together, but on the Kemmel Straight. And poor Mr. Skoman ended up in the wall. Buddy Mitchell now is the battle between him and Chris could be interesting. The Porsche is going to be quick off the line. The Mustang, the Aston, as we know, is a bit of a pig getting off the line at the start. How are the guys going to fare? So 27 cars starting round 2 of our Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series 2. 60 minutes of racing coming up. I will do my very best to bring you all of the action. So as they head down towards the last couple of corners on the warm-up lap. Mr. Klassen, first time racing here at GRDC in the Rexy liveried Porsche 992. That's going to be quick off the line. Got Richie Gasson next to him. The front 2 rows taken up by the Nissan. As the guys all get lined up now, heading down to the start-finish line. Waiting for the lights to go green. Green, we are racing here at Silverstone for round 2 of our Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series. David Lindblom gets a cracking start as we just make sure everybody's getting through the first sector. Okay, as they head down to Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. Quite a bit of shuffling places already. As we jump on, David Lindblom has got a cracking start. 7/10 lead already over Skoman in the Mustang. This is the section on the first lap that can be problematic, and there's a little argy-bargy going into the left-hander. The slowest corner on the track. Now, let's keep an eye on the deltas, and we will try to bring you all of the closest action as we've got Ojamitz. I apologise if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Under lots of pressure from Chrissy Wilson. So let's keep Tom Carroll trying to get past James Payton. Bentley versus Mercedes. Just a bit of rubbing of the paint as they go down into quite a heavy braking zone. Tom has got lost a bit of momentum but Trevor Waits is now hot on his tail. Right, Jacko trying to put pressure on Renato in AM class. Battle for 17th overall. We'll keep an eye on that. We got Mr. Morgan right on the tail of Andy Aldhouse. A battle for 7th. The McLaren is down the inside of the Ferrari as they head down to the braking zone of the right-hander. Tricky right-hander, 3rd gear. But a great place to get a move done, and he gets the move done nicely. But Andy is now under pressure from James Payton in the AMG. Lots of action already. Let's check in. We've got Jules and Jordan battling. Jordan gets the move done. It will feel good getting past a pro. Jules seems to be not as quick around here as I know she is at other tracks. New car this season for Jules. She was in the Porsche last season. But we got Ojemets has just overtaken Chrissy Wilson. They are still battling. They are side by side. Jump to the helicam so we can get a really good view of this. As Chrissy has got the inside. Just pulls that move back. Although not a battle for class. Battle for track honours, of course. As we've got Jacko now taking advantage of the slower lines that Ojemets had to take when battling with Chrissy. Now putting that BMW under pressure, but the BMW just stretching its legs. Let's jump back because Aero is, or was. We've got Ash and Mikey Ball. I think Mikey Ball has just got past Ash. Let's jump back up to James Payton, because he's putting the pressure on the Ferrari of Andy Aldhouse. Great sounds coming from that AMG. Just trying to keep an eye on all of the battles. Trev in the Aston. Trying to put the pressure on the rear diffuser of Tom Carroll's Bentley. We've got Rob Homer and Jacob Borowick going at it. BMW versus Porsche. Keep an eye on all of these battles. Such a difficult place to overtake here. You really need to set those moves up. Going into those heavier braking zones means you need to be right in the slipstream of the car in front. So we'll just check in with our race leader. David Lindblom currently got a 1.5 second gap over Skoman in second place. Klassen is in third. As this field starts to spread out, let's check in with our AM leader, John Bunny Mitchell, currently 12th overall. Starting to be reeled in by Rob Homer behind him. But Rob has got the BMW of Jacob Borick right there in his slipstream. It's not close enough yet to make a move. Let's jump back to Jules, who is trying to get back on terms with Jordan. This looks like the battle that's going to explode here, as we've got Chrissy Wilson now getting onto the rear end of Jacob's BMW. Can he make any hedgerows into Jacob and Rob in front to get a shot at a battle with class leader John Mitchell? Jules has just managed to get past Jordan and Aero. I don't know what's happened there, but Jules has managed to get past 2 cars at once, it would appear. Right, let's... Jacob in that sexy Spurs liveried Mustang, trying to reel in the BMW of Renato. Let's have a look and listen from the inside as Jacob tries to handle this tricky part of the track. Maggots and Beckett's, where so much time can be won and so much time can be lost. Very, very easily. Keep an eye on that, but we've got super smooth Finn Aero Vazuri trying to get back the position that was lost to Jules. So currently 8th in AM class aero at the moment. Right. Just keep an eye on this battle between Rob Homer, Jacob Borwick and Chrissy Wilson. 3 of the closest cars on track right now. I say that as Kevin Walker is trying to have a look at getting a move done on Paul Garnham. Both cars so good under braking. His head down to the last couple of corners. Line is oh so important into that 2-corner complex. David Sharp now right on the rear diffuser of Jordan Canty. Let's just jump back 15 seconds, see what happened here, because we looks like James Payton has made a move on Andy Holdhouse and taken 7 positions overall. Went round the outside and got the move done. Tom Carroll now is trying to get in on the action. It looks like Andy lost a bit of momentum. Let's keep an eye on that. Is he going to try to make a move down the inside? We just had Jacob Curtis. Let's just jump back because he's got a move done on Renato Ribeiro. Mustang versus BMW down the straight. Gets the move done down the inside. Job done, sir. Let's jump back to this battle in Pro Class, as Trevor Way is also there wanting a piece of the action. We've got Ferrari versus Bentley versus Aston. Let's just jump back here, because jump back 15 seconds, see if we can capture this, as Rob Homer does catch AM leader John Bunny Mitchell. He won't have put up too much of a fight, but Rob gets the move done. Moves up to 12th place overall. Kev Walker still trying to get close enough to get a move done on Paul Garnham. Jump back to this. We've got 2 3-car battles to keep an eye on. Firstly, this one where Jacob Borowick is going to want to get past John Mitchell. This is not a battle for class, it's a track position. Or let's just jump back to keep an eye on this battle between Kev Walker and Paul Garnham, as Kev was trying to iron up a move going into Maggots and Beckett's. It's ever so close. The Porsche might have the better drive now, but he's right in the slipstream. Is he going to be able to get a move done down the straight? Is he close enough in the slipstream of the Porsche? He's looking down the inside, but not close enough yet. Let's just jump back to Jordan, who is all over the rear diffuser of Aero's Porsche at the moment. Who is going to get the better drive out of the corners? Right, let's keep an eye on this as Chrissy Wilson can see the Porsche of Bunny Mitchell in 2 cars in front, and that is the AM leader at the moment. And Chris is going to want to get past Jacob as quickly as possible, or for Jacob to catch up to Bunny and get a move done so they can start battling for class honours. We will keep an eye on that, but let's keep an eye on this one too. Battle for 9th overall, 9th in pro class, as we've got Tom Carroll still trying to get close enough to get a move done. Let's what's happened here, because we've got a few. Have we got somebody in the pits? No, because Paul Garnham seems to have dropped down a few positions. Tom Carroll right in the slipstream of the Ferrari, looks down the inside. It's a tricky corner to get moved done. It's still a fast corner. Heavy braking, so but you're down to 3rd gear. And they're side by side as they head down to really heavy braking zone, going to the left-hander. Tom sliding the back end of that Bentley around as he tries to set a move up on Andy's Ferrari. Keep an eye on this as well, as Jordan is trying to get a move done on Aero. They are side by side. And he does get the move done. Can Aero get the drive out of the corner to get back on terms? We got Jacob now trying to make his McLaren very, very big in the mirrors of Chrissy Wilson's Aston Martin. Tom Carroll still really putting lots of pressure. Whoa, there was a glitch that jumped about. Right, let's make sure what's happened there. I don't know what's happened there. There was definitely some kind of glitch. Let's make sure my thing is still connected. Let's disconnect and connect that again. Let's make sure we've got evening, Liam, mate. Let's make sure we've got this working. So let's send that test report in. Is that working? Oh, it is. Excellent. Might connect. Bear with me while I just make sure we've got our sheet working. There we go. Perfect. But it's kicked in the times differently. Right, okay, right, let's get back to the action. So, where were we? So, we've got Chrissy Wilson still battling away with Jacob, trying to get that move done so we can get on terms with our AM leader, Bunny Wilson. We got Jacob looking to get a move done on David Sharp. They just touch. And David ends up spinning off. The stewards will certainly be having a look to make sure there was no foul play. As we move back to this battle between Chris Wilson in AM and Jacob Borowick in Pro. Tom Carroll has indeed got past Andy Aldhouse. I didn't catch it, so I apologise. It must have happened while trying to get the sheet to work again. Trev Waite now trying to put a move on Andy Aldhouse's Ferrari. Wonder what happened to Showman for him to stop on track like that. Trev is really putting the pressure. Oh, let's just jump back to Chrissy Wilson, because as Chris managed to get a move done, he gets it done round the outside. Now they're going to be side by side as they head down to this side. Left-hander heavy on the brakes. Jacob is going to have to yield some space as there's a bit of rubbing of paint. But that rubbing of paint has lost Chrissy Wilson some momentum, and Jacko, Van Eck gets past in the McLaren. We will keep an eye on that, because I'm sure Chrissy will start reeling them in again. Right. My timing tower is going mad at the moment, so bear with me. Jacko now trying to get close enough to the BMW of Borowick to try and get a move done. After managing to get past Chrissy Wilson, taking advantage of the situation that happened in front of him. We've got and what's happened? Let's just jump back 15 seconds there, because what's happened here? So we've got... Oh, Jacob's gone into the pits. That's why it threw my timing tower haywire. Right. Andy Aldhouse now starting to edge a little bit closer again to Tom Carroll's Bentley. As he runs a little bit deep, which is giving Trevor the opportunity to get right on the diffuser of the Ferrari. Serious lack of overtaking places here with the track being so fast. You really have to set the move up and be so close to the rear diffuser of the car in front to try and get the move done. As we jump back to Chrissy Wilson in the Aston as he tries to get back on terms. He was second in class, is now third after trying to get past Borowicz, who was a pro. So we now have John Mitchell is 3.8 seconds ahead of class rival Jacco Van Eck, who has got Chrissy Wilson right up his chuff. Let's just jump back to this battle between Andy Althouse and Tom Carroll and Trev Waite, as Trev gets a really good exit, which Andy didn't. It was a much tighter exit for Andy Althouse, as the Bentley gets a little bit of a slide on, but Trev makes use of a really good drive, a really good line out of Maggots and Beckett's, gets the move done. Is Andy going to be able to do anything about that and get back on terms? Let's jump back to this battle unfolding between Jacco Van Eck and Chrissy Wilson. So as we start heading towards the halfway point of the race, where the pit stop strategies are going to start to come in play. Who is going to dare to not take tyres on this tyre destroying track and save themselves 5 seconds in the pit stop? So we've got a bit of a battle unfolding here. Potential 3-car battle between Kleinum in the Bentley, Engdahl in the McLaren and Morgan in the McLaren. There is 1.5 seconds splitting all 3 cars at the moment. While we've got a little bit of a breather, let's just touch base with our race leader, David Lindblom. Now, I haven't been keeping an eye on the gap between them, but that gap looks a little bit smaller than it was when we checked in last time. Is Skoman reeling in Lindblom? That will be really interesting to keep an eye on. But let's just jump back to this battle as Jimmy Engdahl is trying to set up a move on Kleinen's Bentley. Jules Flint jumps into the pits in the BMW. Morgan now trying to look for a move down the inside of Jimmy's McLaren. Trevor Waite's Aston working hard to reel in the Bentley of Tom Carroll. I wonder how hard these guys are pushing those tyres. How much will tyre degradation come into play here? The McLaren of Engdahl right in the slipstream. The big slipstream from the Bentley. She's a big old girl, but she is very fast in the right hands, and Kleinen doing a fantastic job. But I wonder, is tyre wear starting to play a role in this? Chrissy Wilson now is in the pits. We'll keep an eye on this battle, but let's just check in on race leader David Lindblom and second place Skoman at the moment, because Skoman seems to be chipping away at that lead of Lindblom. I wonder how the tyres are holding up, as we got Renato Ribeiro, Jordan Canty and Paul Garnham are all in the pits now. Let's just have a look at some stats at the moment. The current fastest lap is with Skoman, who is out second place at the moment, as we see if Trevor Waite can get close enough to the Bentley to make a move. But 57.837 is our fastest. Is our fastest lap, I think. 57.5, sorry. Let's just have a look at some more stats. Who is the biggest gainer so far? Aero Visuuri is overtaken more people on the track so far. 6 overtakes. David Sharp is 5 positions up from where he started on the grid. As we see, David Lindblom now dives into the pits. I wonder if he was struggling. I wonder if that's what was causing the gap to close. Is the Bentley, is the Mustang better on tyres than the Nissan? Right. I've got Trevor Waite still trying to put that Bentley under lots and lots of pressure. Let's just jump onto this, because Morgan is really, really close to close enough to get a move done on Engdahl. But Trev Waite is side by side with the Bentley, but he's on the outside. The Bentley is defending. So both of their lines will be slightly compromised coming out of the corner. As let's just jump back 15 seconds, because I think Jacob got a move done. Oh, it showed me an overtake, but it was Super Swede David Lindblom coming out of the pits. Ojamet's now in the pits as we jump on board with Andy Aldhouse, who has managed to gain a bit more momentum when Trev lost a bit of momentum coming out of the corner, trying to make a move done on the Bentley in front of him. That has given Tom Carroll just a little bit of breathing space. And Andy is now putting the Aston Martin of Trev Waite under pressure. Richie Gasson is in the pits now. Jimmy Engdahl is in the pits. Is anyone going to dare to not take tyres? So lots of people starting to pit now as Trevor Waite dives in the pits. Let's check in with current AM leader John Bunny Mitchell. 4 seconds behind him is the McLaren of Jacko Van Eck. So Kev Walker dives into the pits. Aero Visuuri dives into the pits. Another thing we need to keep an eye out for is track limits here. It's so easy, especially on the exit of turn 1, to run wide and get a track limit. Will drive-throughs come into play? Skoman currently leading, not pitted, still has to pit. When is he going to feel is the best time to use the pit stop strategy to his advantage? He's diving in the pits now. Right. David Sharp is in the pits as well. So Skoman is in the pits. Let's jump on board with David Lindblom. as he heads through the down to the last part of the lap. Where is he going to come out in relation to the Mustang? This is for the race lead. When David went into the pits, there was only a second splitting the Nissan and the Mustang. So Scoman, Jackson's gone down now. He's just about to leave the pits. David is coming round to cross the start-finish line now. Where's he going to come out in relation to Scoman? Scoman is behind. The pit stop strategy has worked for David Lindblom as he retakes the net lead, although P6 currently. I didn't have my mic on. I was shouting away and I did not have my mic on. Oh dear. What a tit. So, to bring you up to speed what happened, I'm sure you saw, but what I was telling you all about was that David Lindblom managed to get past Scoman in the pits. Pit strategy worked very well and seems to have gained a bit of an advantage as well. Does that mean that he didn't take tyres? I probably think he did. But where is Bunny Mitchell going to be in relation to Chrissy Wilson as we come out of the pits? Chris Wilson has got past John Bunny Mitchell and takes the lead in AM. It is all done in the pit stops. Taking advantage, nailing your pit stop can only gain you time on track. He only jumped one place, but he's jumped 2 places to take AM lead at the moment. Now Chris has got the warmer tyres. Can he take advantage of those warmer tyres and stretch his legs on Bunny Mitchell? We will keep an eye on this. But as Chris now reeling in again, the BMW Jacob Borowick. Last time he tried to make a move, there was a little bit of rubbing. That he lost momentum and lost the position to Jacko. We'll keep an eye on that. The other 2 closest cars at the moment is on track is Jules Flint and Kev Walker. Kleinen seems to have come out of the pit stops not the best, it would seem, because he does seem to have lost quite a few positions here. Right, now we've got Andy Aldhouse is in the pits. Now, will Borowick and Wilson battling lose some momentum for them both? And will this be the opening that Bunny Mitchell needs to get back onto terms? Kleinum setting up a move on Aero Vizuri. I don't think Aero put up too much of a fight. It's not his battle. Versus Pro at the moment, and Kleinum will want to try to get past as many of the AMs and back into Pro racing as he can. So keep an eye on this battle between Borowick and Wilson. As Kleinum was looking to get a move done then, but just backs off. Ash is now in the pits. But while Chrissy Wilson is trying to reel in Jacob Borowick, we do have a battle unfolding behind him as Jacko Vanek is starting to reel in John Mitchell. Rob Homer is in the pits. I think they are the last two that needed to pit. Yeah, Rob is in. As Kleinen does get the move done past Aero, nice and safe. I don't think Aero would put up too much of a fight. It's not his battle. As we see Rob Homer now under pressure from the Ferrari of Andy Aldhouse. Right in the slipstream of the Porsche. Rob just come out of the pit, so he's not going to have his tyres just up to heat at the moment. And he's just trying to take advantage of that. But a good pit stop from Rob has projected himself up to 9th position. So Jacko in the McLaren trying to put the pressure on Bunny Mitchell's Porsche. Looks to take a wider line. Bunny defending just a little. We'll keep an eye on that. But Andy Aldhouse is still pressuring that rear diffuser of Rob Homer's Porsche. He looks to the inside, backs out, just showing his nose, just showing his there. Trying to see if he can just force just a bit of an error from Rob. So he can seize the opportunity. Chrissy Wilson still reeling in. Jacob Borowick not close enough yet to make a move, but still leading AM class. He will hope that Jacko and Bunny start battling and lose a bit of momentum, because this is first, second, third in AM at the moment. And then Jacko's got 15 seconds in front of OG Metz. So that is a nice, comfortable distance. So we can just focus on what is going on in front of him. Some more battle starting to unfold as Jules Flint is trying to get past Kev Walker still. It is so difficult to pass it. It can take so many laps until the moment is right. So we've got BMW versus BMW and versus Pro as Renato Ribeiro is trying to score some points by getting past an AM. That will a Pro. That will feel so good as Andy Aldhouse is really putting the pressure on Rob Homer's Porsche at the moment. Let's head down to this left-hander. Just not close enough. Not close enough to make a move down the inside. Let's head round the last corner, try and set it up all about the exit, see if you can get the drive out and down the start finish straight. But he's just not close enough yet. Let's see how he approaches Maggots and Beckett's this tricky section of the course. Renato is trying to get close enough to make a move on Ojuets for 15th overall. As we jump to Kleinen as he makes his way past another AM of Jordan Canty. Jordan probably won't put up too much of a fight again. It's not his battle. He's not going to score any more points. Jules looking to make a move down the inside of the fry, but just not close enough yet. This will be frustrating for them, I am sure. But Jules again having a look, just showing the nose. See if you can force the car in front to make a mistake. So we jump back to this battle between Chris Wilson and Jacob Borowick. Our AM leader at the moment. 12th overall. Wants to put the BMW of Jacob Borowick between him and Bunny Mitchell. As we got, again, Andy Aldhouse got a really good exit out the last corner as they cross the start-finish line. He's right in the toe of the Porsche. Is he going to be able to... He's not close enough to make a move going into Mags and Beckett's. Probably the best thing is to back off. It's not the greatest place to overtake. Set it up for the exit. And see if you can make a move down to the right-hander. Got Jacko trying to make a move now on the Porsche of Bunny Mitchell. This is a battle for second place in AM. As Andy still nibbling away at the rear end of Rob Homer. Let's jump forward to a battle for fourth place as we've got McLaren v McLaren. Jimmy Engdahl versus Morgan. As Morgan looking to the inside for a sniff, but just not quite close enough yet. We've got a few more battles starting to unfold. So we just touch base with Andy again. Ferrari versus Porsche. Trevor Waite also trying to score some more points. A battle for 7th overall. Bentley versus Aston Martin. Bentley so quick out of the corners though. Again, as Andy Aldhouse now trying to really put the pressure on. Just runs a bit wide, kicks up a bit of dust, loses a bit of momentum. He will now have to go again. Just lost a little bit of time, a little bit of momentum. Let's the Porsche of Rob Homer just get away as Chrissy Wilson still really putting the pressure on pro class driver Jacob Borowick for 11th overall. But look at this. This is now meaning that Bunny Mitchell and Jacko Van Eck can start to get closer to the rear of Chrissy Wilson's. Addison is going to really want to get past as he looks to the inside of the BMW. Oh, they are so close, trying to get it stopped. He wants to put that BMW between him and the Porsche of Bunny Mitchell. Aero has got past Jacob Curtis. I missed it. I am sorry. I didn't catch it on stream. But Jacko is trying to, not close enough yet to look down the inside, as Jacob now tries to get back on terms and does so with the Porsche. Gets the move done. Can he keep it cemented? Goes down the inside. Does. Right, let's jump back to this battle because this is just about to become a four-way battle. We've got Jacob Borowick in 11th place, who is pro in the BMW. Then you've got first, second and third in AM. All now 1.1 seconds splitting the three AM drivers. This is going to get exciting as we look at Andy Aldhouse now, right on the rear diffuser of the Porsche of Rob Homer. Is he going to be close enough to get the driver out of turn one? He's not quite close enough. It's so difficult to get a move done. But Morgan really looking to try and get that fourth place off Jimmy Engdahl. Doesn't quite get there yet. Are they going to try to make a move down the inside? No, not yet. Right, let's jump back to this three-way battle for AM podium honours. Chrissy Wilson, let's jump to the helicam so we can capture both battles. So Jacob defends to the inside. It is about track position. It's not about points though. Is this his battle? Jacko in the McLaren really putting the pressure on to the rear end of Bunny Mitchell now. Let's just jump back to Morgan and Engdahl as getting so close but not close enough to throw it down the inside and get it stopped. Andy Aldhouse still nibbling away at the Porsche of Rob Homer. So difficult to pass here, and you're seeing that, but as John Mitchell is now, they were side by side with Chrissy Wilson. This three-way battle. Is Bunny going to be close enough to, let's just capture, because Rob Homer and Andy Aldhouse are side by side just in front of them. Andy does get the move done. He's been nibbling away at that for quite a few laps now. Let's just jump back 15 seconds because Morgan has got past Jimmy Engdahl. Let's see how... Oh, Jimmy just run a bit wide on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's. Loses the momentum and allows Morgan to get past. Right. Keeping an eye on this three-way battle for AM honours. Oh, let's just jump back because Kleinen is battling another pro driver finally. Don't know what happened, why he lost so many positions, but now trying to get past the BMW of Jules Flint, but we need to jump back to this battle as Chrissy Wilson really needs to get past Jacob Borowick. It is not his battle, but he needs to get some distance between him and Bunny Mitchell. Quickly jumping back to Kleinen as Jules is defending the inside. Is Kleinen going to have a better run out of the corner and manage to get down the inside as they head down to the heavy braking zone? Not quite just yet. Right. Oh, let's just jump back and see what happened here, capturing all of this action for you. Bunny Mitchell. Oh, Chris ran just a little bit wide, opened the door up for John to go down the inside, but it just rubs paint and loses momentum and position. All of the action, fantastic. As we got Kleinen trying to get past Flint, really putting the pressure on the BMW. BMW versus Bentley. Straight line speed of both cars is fantastic. They're going to be side by side entering the last couple of corners, but Kleinen has got the inside and should now cement that move. Done and dusted, sir. Right, Trev Waite has been on the rear diffuser of the Tom Carroll's Bentley for quite some time. We have seen that the drivers have to be patient here. It is so difficult to pass and can lead to a little bit of frustration. We've seen that lap after lap after lap. We had so many drivers now having to just bide their time, be a little bit patient. As we go on board and get Trev's POV of his battle with the Bentley of Tom Carroll. The Bentley so quick out of corners though. As they head down to the last couple of corners, as they come to the end of their lap 26. We only have just over 5 minutes left on the clock. Let's just stay with these two at the moment. These are the two closest cars on track as Trev is right in the slipstream of the Bentley. But this is not a great corner to make a move done. Is he going to be close enough as they head towards Maggots and Beckett's for the 27th time? Renato is looking to make a move on Ojemets. Just catches the BMW. Gets it all out of sorts, unfortunately. As Trev still trying to look for a move on the Bentley. Let's just touch base with our leader. David Lindblom, 3 seconds lead over Skoman now. And then from Skoman, you've got 9 seconds back to Klassen in the Porsche. First race with us at GRDC tonight, Klassen, and a great result. Currently got 4 minutes left just to cement his third place as Trev is really putting the pressure on now. Can he set anything going up going into the slower part of the track? He's not quite close enough yet to throw a move. Now, is he going to be close enough in the slipstream? Bentley, oh so quick out of the corner. And just opens up a 10th coming out of the corner. But is, again, not close enough this time round. Right, let's touch base with our current AM leader. He's got just over 3 minutes to fend off the McLaren of Jacko Van Eyck. Has Bunny Mitchell. the rubbing of the paint, the battling between Bunny Mitchell and Chrissy Wilson has left Chrissy Wilson losing, hemorrhaging places and points. Because currently, Renato Ribeiro is currently in 3rd place overall and looking good for a place on the podium. Richie Gasson, we've not seen much of Richie Gasson. He's had a lonely race. But he is now chasing down Jimmy Engdahl. There's just over 2 minutes left. So where is our race leader? So he's... Will there be 1 or will there be 2 laps left? It's probably going to be the last lap, maybe. No, I think there might be just 1 more. As we've got Kev Walker now going to have the Bentley of Kleinen breathing down his neck. It's not a battle for class honours. It's a battle for track position. Will Kev just make it nice and easy for the Bentley to get past so he doesn't lose any time? We'll keep an eye on this. We need to touch base with Jacco Van Eck as well. Keep an eye on where David Lindblom is. Don't think it's going to be the last lap. I think there's going to be 1 more after this as Kleinen right on the diffuser of Walker's Ferraris. He goes down the inside. No need for Kev to put up a big battle. It's not for class honours. They're not going to score any more points. But what that does, it puts Kleinen right on the rear bumper of Ojemets. This is for position. This is for extra points. And Kleinen will want to get past the BMW ASAP because we are going to be... I don't know. Are we on the last lap? Let's keep an eye on this battle. But David is coming round the last couple of corners as Kleinen is getting past. No, he's not. BMW defends well. And David is backing off. So it is over. Right, okay. So Lindblom first. Skoman second. I need to see this battle. Is Van Eck going to be close enough? It's so close as they head down to the last couple of corners. This is where the battle is right now. As we jump on board with Jacko. This is the last lap. And a battle for P1 in AM. Is back marker traffic going to come into play on this last couple of corners of the race? He's not in the slipstream enough yet. It's as long as Bunny keeps it tight and doesn't make a mistake in the last corner, it is going to be a win for Bunny Mitchell. Jacco Van Eck second. And Renato Ribeiro coming down to the last couple of corners. As he heads. Kleinen does get the place past Ojemets. Well done, sir. As Renato Ribeiro crosses the line, P3. Whew. That was exhausting. So let's just have a quick look at our race winner and pro winner, David Lindblom. Skoman second. Klassen with his first race here at GRDC third. So we got Bunny Mitchell first in AM, Jacco Van Eck second, and Renato Ribeiro third. That was exhausting, ladies and gentlemen. Blimey, blimey, blimey. Right, let's get... Oh, where's me... There we go. Right. Thank you very much for watching. If you could do us a favour, do the old likey and subscribey, etc, etc, etc. It would really help us, as I can't get over to OBS for some reason. Let's get to OBS. There we go. Right, so what have we got coming up this week? We have got our opening round of our Radical Sprint Cup on Thursday. That is on iRacing. What else have we got? We got the Caterham Cup tomorrow. We have got the final round of the 2024 Invitational on Wednesday, and we have got Wreckfest on Saturday night. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate the support, the likes, the subscribes, and everything. We hit a milestone tonight of 200 subscribers to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. It is most appreciated. We will catch you next week.